In today's video, how to contact an influencer, how to communicate with an influencer, what you could do differently to stand out. So let's get to it. It's the real Zaki back with another video, and I told you guys I'm dropping 2 videos a day every day. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, drop a thumbs up, and definitely hit the notification bell, because if you're not a part of the notification squad, then you're not really subscribed to the channel. Subscribing is overrated. If you want to subscribe, because I expect it to not miss the content, because I'm giving away $10,000. Make sure you get it to 2 people plus a mentorship, which I teach them exactly how to spend the 10K. When you're communicating with an influencer, there's some things that you got to keep in mind. These are not large corporations, large businesses that you think that won't communicate back with you. They're regular, ordinary people that have large audiences in a specific niche, and just like you, they're trying to make a living. It means 2 things. They are looking for money and they are willing to negotiate, because they have bills that need to be paid. Always have the mindset that you're talking to someone, like especially if the page is not above a couple million followers. Do not think of them as a corporation or something. Don't try to be so professional. Like, I'm dropping the template in the description. You can go get the template. There's going to be a little thing where you put in your email and I'll send it to your email, a complete template of exactly what I do, copy and paste pretty much what I was doing all the time. So there were 2 tactics that I would use, especially when communicating with influencers. I would DM them on Instagram first of all, and I would spam their content. I would make sure, because they have phones, they look at their content, they're posting. Some of them VAs to post, some of them have automation softwares, just depending on the size of the page. Communicate with them via email and Instagram. So I would have this copy and paste, which I would pretty much use emojis, try to get their attention, right? You want to differentiate yourself. You don't always want to go in for the ask immediately. You want to give them some sort of value and show them that you advertising your product would actually be in their benefit, not only in a monetary value, but in a long-term value for their page also. Because sometimes there's virality that happens with some of my posts and some of my product customers, and more activity to their page, and definitely leads to me having more sales. Definitely hit them up and use emojis. You could just see this in the description. After the video is done, drop a thumbs up if you like the template. Get the template. I would go hit them up email. You could use the same template to go on email and Instagram. Just switch it up, you know, like what niche you're in, and just make sure that you have an understanding of what kind of audience you're going after, because sometimes the person can relate to the audience. They have an interest in the audience, and sometimes you'll realize that it's a 14-year-old kid that owns a 3 million follower page, which I've come across multiples of times. And they have people running the page for them. Like, they're almost managed at this point, since they understand the value. The value of influencers is going up, and people are understanding the value, which means prices raise. Just like Bitcoin, they start to dive in and put their money into it, which means I start to understand my value and start raising my prices, right? So just like that, you go to email. You just want to be formal. You want to hit them up and ask them. Just be like straightforward, like, hey, XYZ, this is my business, this is my company. I've been looking for somebody that's in this niche, in this category, and you've been the best fit. You want a long-term relationship. That's what you want to, that makes everything more negotiable, that you want a long-term relationship. You just don't want to be one advertisement and be out, because they like sustainable income. Like anybody else in the world, they want sustainable recurring income, which they could rely on. So you want to usually do 1 test ad. Here's the terms. I want 1 test ad, and then boom, I want to do XYZ. So that's when the test ads become successful. Then you just follow up and just keep doing XYZ until it just dies off. You part ways. It's a business move. You part ways, and that's it. It's simple as that. Are there some influencers that I work with? Not maybe specific influencer, but influencer groups that I work with up to this day that we have a relationship set out. Pretty much go to them and ask them to find me a page, and they'll pretty much go into their network of influencers and accounts that they know of and go find me the page and get me a good price, because I know, like, the head honcho means boss, the boss of the group or the network. And this is all built throughout having contacts and making connections and keeping those connections warm, especially if you build a connection not with the page but with the person behind the page. That's when you definitely start winning, because they'll definitely recommend you to other pages, because Instagram influencers know other influencers, and they're all a tight-knit circle. So definitely keep that in mind. I hope you found some value in this content. Description, make sure to get the template so you can implement that right away and definitely use it as soon as possible. I'm dropping 2 videos a day, so we're gonna have an in-screen step-by-step tutorial today, so just make sure you catch that. It's the real Zaki. Zaki's out with another video, and if you haven't hit the notification bell, because subscribing is not really subscribing. To be subscribed, you have to hit the notification bell. Definitely hit it. Zaki's out.